Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Belichick's Bitches podcast, the number one podcast in the world using some sort of metric. Using the best source, the only source. Do trust me. I'm your host, Brennan, and along with me, as always, is my co-host, Tyler.
Was that a mess up on the intro for the first time? I think it was. I think you forgot to say the best podcast. I think you did.
I said the number one podcast in the world.
30 episodes. I don't know, man. I think that was a mess up. I don't know.
No, I said number one podcast in the world using some sort of metric. I did the intro. I have not messed up on the intro yet.
That's funny.
You are fake news.
Well,
I was accurate.
Just a flurry of. Oh man. Today was a flurry of moves. I mean, we had a top 10 quarterback rankings ready to go, and not anymore.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
That'll be next week.
So let's just kind of jump into it. Yeah, next week. I definitely don't think next week will be as busy. So I guess we'll just hop right into it. You want to get the tags out of the way first, because that's the most boring stuff.
All right.
So we'll get that. So let's do a trade first. Trent Brown, former 49er and New England Patriot. Had his career revitalized in New England
and Las Vegas Raiders.
Huge contract with the Raiders. Well, yeah, he signed that huge contract with Vegas. I think he lasted 1 year, and he's gone. They cut him, or they traded him to New England for a 5th round pick, and they sent a 7th with it. I love it. I really do. He's an immediate starter. In my opinion. I don't know what we're going to do on the offensive line, but we have a lot of possibilities. Trent Brown could play left tackle. Wynn could move to left guard. He is a smaller guy, and he's more injury prone. And then keep Onwenu at right tackle. Onwenu can play guard. He can play, yeah. So they could even mess around if they really wanted to and try to play Onwenu at left tackle. Keep Brown at right tackle and keep Wynn at guard. They could do everything with this offensive line. There's like 4 different ways they could mess around with it. I love the pick.
It basically guarantees that Tooney's not coming back.
It does, sadly. We restructured Trent Brown's contract. We're paying him $11 million this year. That's like pretty good for a above average tackle. I'm all for it. And yeah, it does suck because we are losing Tooney, who is one of the best interior guards in the NFL. But, he wasn't probably going to come back. The contract, even I know had him in the mock offseason coming back on I think it was like 12 or 13 per year. Yeah, okay, so that was wrong. But we'll see. I hope Tooney gets the bag, man. Go get the money, get it all. You never know when your career could get cut short, sadly. So
very true.
Go get your money, man. So yeah, that sucks, but okay, the tags. Oh boy, a lot of tags.
Yeah.
The first one, I think this is the most confusing one out of all of them. Cam Robinson?
I mean, the more I've been thinking about it, it makes sense. Because, obviously, it's a tackle. And tackles are kind of hard to come by. Especially with this offseason. There's, like, no starting quality offensive tackles hitting the market. And the Jaguars desperately need to keep Cam Robinson. Maybe this is just a placeholder to where they can get a long-term deal made out, but still, around $14 million for Cam Robinson seems like an overpay. But you're securing yourself at least another year at that position when you know you probably aren't going to get an upgrade in free agency this year.
Yeah, I was a little. That was probably the one tag that confused me.
And they also have buttloads of cap space, so it's not like it really means anything.
Yeah, and as much protection as you can get for Trevor Lawrence, the better. So
I think you mean Justin Fields.
Dude, I still think that would be hilarious. Do it, please. I beg you. Chris Godwin got tagged. This was kind of expected.
Yeah.
It was pretty much hinted at when he was on the Pat McAfee show last week. He got tagged. Obviously, some people like you. I think you thought Shaq Barrett would get it. But I feel like Barrett, they'll be able to either work out a deal or Barrett will go get some huge bucks in a not so great edge rush class or free or draft. Either or.
It's not that bad at edge in the draft and free agency.
But the difference is normally every year there's like a premier edge. The last few years, your Bosa's, your Youngs, there's that premier guy. It's been like that since like 2016. been a premier edge at the top of the draft. You don't have that this year. You know, the quarterbacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of good depth, but there's not really a premier guy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the best guy is, like we said, Kwity Paye, Gregory Rousseau,
Azeez
Jalen Phillips,
Ojulari.
one of those guys. But none of those guys are going to be bona fide top 10 picks.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you don't have that bona fide guy that you know is going to be good, it bumps up the value in free agency. So, and you have to think about it. The Bucks got to re-sign a bunch of other guys too. Ndamukong Suh, I think Jason Pierre-Paul's contract is up. A bunch of other guys. So it's a big part. And I'm not that shocked, but it is going to make Shaq Barrett a little harder to re-sign for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But I think
he's probably walking.
Yeah, I think getting back Chris Godwin, a top 10 receiver in my eyes, is pretty important. Oh yeah, contract. I kind of just stuck this in the middle of the tags. Dak sign. You want to talk about Dak later? Because that's probably going to be a little bit longer. Let's talk about Dak later. Dak was... yeah, that's a contract, man. Kenny Golladay didn't get tagged. He is hitting the market. I don't expect him to return to Detroit.
Lions being Lions.
To Detroit? Detroit's letting him walk, thinking they'll get a third-round comp pick. They probably should have traded him for something higher. But, hey, you do what you do.
I mean, I as much as I like Golladay, he has had some injury issues, so it's probably best that you just get a third. Yeah. Because I don't know who would want to actually pay more, because I'm pretty sure everyone figured that Detroit would let him walk just because it's Detroit.
Yeah, but I think the thing about that worries me about Golladay is that injury history. But at the same time, he's been a top 10 receiver.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So again, I'm not trying to hype up New England. I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Yeah, he's only played a full 16-game season once. And that was last year. Yeah. He played 11 games his rookie year, 15 games in 2018, and then 5 games last year.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't be a very New England-esque signing. I don't think it's going to happen because I feel like it'll be out of our price range. But if he doesn't get the market he's looking for, there's always a chance.
I would hate that signing.
I know you would. Most likely, I think that's a signing that Jacksonville should maybe be knocking on that door. I think that would be a
Golladay, Chark, and Laviska Shenault. That's not bad at all.
And a rookie. A rookie you could draft to, add that.
Yeah, get a mid-round guy.
I'm just saying, get a guy, in there with some speed. Maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say a speedster. You can get like Amari Rodgers. You can get a very versatile guy in Demetric Felton. You can get a Anthony Schwartz, maybe an Amir Smith-Marset, Jalen Darden.
Dude, Anthony Schwartz at the NFL level is going to be so just... I want to see it, man. I just want to see Anthony Schwartz at the NFL level. I just want to see Anthony. I don't know where teams are gonna use him. He's gonna be a combination back receiver. It's gonna be awesome to see.
Yeah, same with Demetric Felton. Mm-hmm. But
there's a lot of those guys in this class.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of decent weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. Keanu Neal wasn't tagged. This doesn't surprise me at all. Keanu Neal has been injury prone the last 2-3 years. He hasn't really played at that elite level lately. He could resign. He might resign on a 1-year prove-it deal, a 1-year, maybe $7-8 million deal. I'm not high on Keanu Neal anymore. I feel like he hasn't been the same since he tore his ACL. I think twice.
Yeah, he was really good when he first started, but he just has not recovered at all from those ACL tears, and it shows. And which sucks because I really liked watching Keanu Neal play.
Yeah, I mean he made that Atlanta defense really good during some really bad years.
Yeah. Him and Deion Jones and Grady Jarrett were pretty much the only staples of the Atlanta defense.
Yeah. Hunter Henry didn't get tagged. That was to be expected. He said he wants to go somewhere with a good quarterback. That's his number one priority. So
Sorry, New
obviously could
England.
resign. Sorry, yeah, I'm about to say New England. That's why Kyle Rudolph just come to New England because Hunter Henry doesn't want to play with God, whoever we have at quarterback.
Yeah.
The rumors are Garoppolo. I'm hearing a lot more Garoppolo to New England rumors. By the way.
Wouldn't that be tampering?
Probably. But, when has that ever stopped an NFL team?
Very, very true. That's very true.
So, yeah, I would love every free agent to go to New England, but Hunter Henry is definitely one of those ones that I don't think we have a chance at. But hey, he wants to play with a good quarterback if he thinks Garoppolo's good.
Maybe you can get Jonnu Smith.
Maybe he's a little delusional. He thinks Garoppolo's good. Who knows? Garoppolo's a good guy. Not a good quarterback, but a good guy. Kyle Long is coming out of retirement. Okay.
Woo.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Decent guard. I mean, he's okay. He's coming out of retirement. I don't know how effective he's going to be. Apparently, he's really in shape. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I don't see any big acquisition for him. He's not going to Chicago. That's all I know. That's the only thing we know is he's not going to Chicago.
We know who is staying in Chicago. Poor Allen Robinson.
I feel so bad.
He even said earlier, like I had written this earlier on the script up at the top, he said that he feels like he can fit into 97% of the NFL schemes. 97% of team schemes, which means 31 out of 32 teams he can fit with. I think we all kind of know what that one team he was talking about. And he immediately gets tagged like a few days later.
Man, I feel so bad for Robinson. So it means another year in quarterback purgatory hell.
Yes.
Who knows who the Bears will have at quarterback? The rumors, again, I've heard are like Teddy Bridgewater, maybe Marcus Mariota in a trade. I feel so bad for Bears fans. Hey, I had you guys picking Mac Jones at 20 in my mock draft. I'm just saying, as long as you don't go to North, please don't go to North. Please. I nothing against you, Mac Jones. I hope you turn out to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Please, I hope you do. But no, I'm just not high on Mac Jones. I'm sorry. I hope he succeeds, but
neither of us really are.
Yeah.
But I'm higher on Mac Jones than you are, at least.
See, I'm not low on Mac Jones. I gave him a pretty good review in my scouting report.
Because I have him as quarterback 5. I think you have him as 6 or 7, right?
6, I think. Yeah, QB 6. He was QB 7 before Rattler returned.
Yeah.
Not Rattler.
No, Ritter. Rattler,
same thing. Ritter, same thing. Yeah. Again, I like Jones. Again, he won in college, so you can't take that away from him. It's just, can he make the throws at the NFL level? And as much as I like his deep ball, I think he has, again, top 3 deep ball in the class. When that thing floats, it looks pretty.
It dives quite quickly, though, which is my issue.
His arm strength is the key. Can he fit the pass into double coverage? Can he throw over the middle with these Isaiah Simmons in the lanes? I don't know. That's my worries. Yeah. Lavonte David comes back to Tampa Bay. Shocker, not really.
He said he wanted to stick around. Both sides said they wanted him back, so this only makes sense.
Yeah. 2-year, $25 million deal. I think he's one of the top 2 cover linebackers in the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He shut down Kelsey in the Super Bowl.
That was so great to see. I love that.
Now, granted, Patrick Mahomes was running for his life, so I mean, Kelsey probably could have had some more.
I also love seeing that. That was also great.
For Mahomes, man, I like to mess around with Mahomes and shit on him every now and again. But the poor guy, I felt so bad for him in that game. Even as someone who wanted Brady to win, I felt so bad for Mahomes in that game. I was like, dude, just put him in the backup. Let Henny get beat around a little bit, you know what I mean?
Anything is possible. You said it yourself. Come on, Chiefs.
Now, this wasn't on the script, but I don't know if you saw this. Chase Daniel, the backup in Detroit.
Yeah, he's getting
career
trade
backup.
interest.
He's getting trade interest. I find that intriguing. I guarantee you it's probably from Jacksonville because they want a quarterback mentor for Trevor Lawrence. But I just find it funny that Chase Daniel has thrown like 5 career games and he's made like $45 million.
Hey,
That is the dream NFL
for real.
career.
The dream as an NFL player is to be the backup quarterback.
And yeah, I mean, backup quarterbacks, you literally you're sitting there, you run the scout team for the week, and you sit there on the sidelines and you look pretty.
Yep.
I mean, hey, that's a luxury. So I think someone did the math. He's made like $800,000 per throw, or something like insane like that. There's a breakdown of his contract that I've seen. It's insane.
Wow.
Brandon Scherf tagged. Kind of obvious. He is somehow underrated. I don't understand. I guess it's because he plays for Washington. But
perhaps
whenever you hear about people talking about the best guards, he doesn't get mentioned at all. Even though he's insanely good.
He's just extremely consistent. He's not like a mauler like a Quentin Nelson is, but he gets the job done all the time.
Yep. He's just like Tooney. He's just insanely consistent. Why do I keep saying insane today? I don't know. I'm tired.
You're just insane.
I'm just insane, bro. Like, I'm insane. Like, just like Leonard Williams is freaking insane. He got tagged. I didn't even see a tweet on that one today.
Really? You didn't? I did.
I did not see that. Leonard Williams, good interior pass rusher. He never really lived up to his hype. He was hyped as hell coming out of the draft.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, didn't he go pick 6, pick 5? Just, he was, oh my God. I know people were just like comparing him to Aaron Donald, because that's when Aaron Donald was winning those depoys. People were comparing him to Aaron Donald. Yeah, no. No. Good interior D lineman. I think the franchise tag for interior D line is like what, $9 million? Something like that? $10 million?
I'm not sure.
Not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot for interior D line. But something along. I mean, yeah. Leonard Williams. He's okay. Taylor Moton got the franchise tag from the Panthers. Again,
Makes
in the
sense.
same, it just kind of shows you. It just kind of shows you. I don't think he would get the franchise tag in a normal year, but with how thin the tackle class is, makes sense. So he's coming back to Carolina, protecting a possible rookie quarterback, depending on what they do with Bridgewater and each possible rookie quarterback. Trey Lance, Zach Wilson. Oh my God! If Zach Wilson goes to the Panthers,
please no. I mean, that's where I had him mocked.
You would cry if that happened in real life. I can't wait for the draft.
If Zach Wilson goes at pick 8, I would be so upset. You don't know.
Dude. I can't wait for the draft this year. It was so funny.
It's like if Zach Wilson's still on the board at 7, we don't trade up with Detroit. I'd be so mad if he falls to 8 and he gets picked at 8. You don't know how mad I'd be.
That's why I want it to happen. Don't you understand? I mean, come on. Marcus May got tagged. Now, this is interesting. This is one I was actually not expecting. Because his agent is not happy with the Jets at all. He made a tweet saying it's time to pay your all-pro safety.
It's time to pay May.
So there's a rift, but I don't know why the Jets like to piss off their star safeties. It's just what they do. But hey, maybe they can piss them off enough where they get 2 more first-round picks for him. I mean, they got 2 first-round picks for a linebacker.
True. The block safety, yeah.
Oh, man. I like how someone said the best interior D lineman or the best D lineman, and it was like Nick Bosa, it was like whatever, and then it was Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
I love that. So I like Marcus. He's one of those guys that just doesn't get much recognition because he plays on the Jets. Great cover safety. Hard hitter too.
Yeah, Marcus May's really underrated.
Yeah, well, he was underrated because he was drafted in the same class as Adams, so he kind of gets.
And he plays for the Jets. And had to play with Adams.
Yeah. He made Adams look pretty good at times, though. He was one of the reasons why he Adams was so good. Marcus Williams, infamous
Minnesota
guy who
Miracle.
whiffed on the tackle. Yeah, poor guy. He was a rookie then. Get off his back. He got tagged. Saints. I don't know where they're getting this money from.
I told you, the cap doesn't exist. It doesn't exist for rich teams. For teams in big markets, there is no such thing as a cap.
They're supposed to be like $50 million in debt or something like that. I mean, come on, what are you doing? I don't get it. Excited to it.
Goodell, you wanna do something here, please?
Nah.
Only if it's against Brady, then I'll do something, or not letting the Broncos have a starting quarterback. Either one of the two. That's the only things I'll do.
The fact that I feel like that's something that kind of got overlooked. The Broncos played a wide receiver at quarterback this season.
Yeah.
I just realized that was like I remember when that happened. I remember that episode actually.
Yeah, I do too.
That was funny. Aaron Jones.
I'm just mad we didn't lose one more game, because if we lost one more game, then we'd be in the top 5, and we wouldn't be really having discussions about if we can get a quarterback or not.
Yeah, that's
so I'm mad.
Should have pulled an Eagles, man.
I know. That's what I was saying. I've been saying that since like week 4.
Speaking of the Eagles, Howie Roseman said we need to. Or it was the owner, Lori.
Yeah.
We need to build around Jalen Hurts. You have a top 6 pick in a class where there are 4 legitimate quarterback ones in average class.
No. Let them build around Jalen. Let them build around Jalen. Come on now. Let them build.
Sorry. You have a chance to draft a quarterback with a much higher ceiling than Hurts. I think Hurts has a good future in the NFL. I like Hurts' game. Do I think he matches the potential of any of the 4 quarterbacks?
No. No. Not even close.
I think Hurts is like Fields' floor. Right? So it makes no sense. It really does. So they're going to pass on a quarterback, which means they're most likely going to go wide receiver. And knowing the Eagles drafting wide receivers, that's a little worrisome. They might end up drafting like Rashad Bateman at 6. I mean, please do that because they would be.
You're going to draft Rondale Moore at 6,
so,
the 5'9" receiver at Purdue.
I thought he was 5'8".
It says 5'9" on. It says 5'9" to me.
I always could have sworn Rondale was 5'8". Yeah, they're gonna have Rondale Moore and Jalen Reagor as our outside receivers. Poor Philly. Philly just thinks if you run straight, then that means you're good. You know.
Okay, so there's a lot of. Oh no, wait, this is never mind. That's 24/7 Sports. That was his high school profile.
Was he like
yeah, I'm seeing. No, it's 24/7 Sports says 5'7.5", 165.
Aaron Jones is hitting free agency, which people are really hyping Aaron Jones up. He's a good running back.
He's a running back. Don't pay a running back. Come on.
Why are people putting him in that like top 5, top 3 conversation? Like he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's not like top 3.
No.
Stop. Not. I don't think he returns to Green Bay, and if he does, really bad for
waste
Green
of money.
Green Bay, you drafted AJ Dillon, who actually looked pretty good. Yeah, they drafted AJ Dillon, who looked pretty good.
Not second round pick worthy, but
no. But he looked pretty decent, AJ Dillon, and you also have Jamal Williams, who has complete experience in the scheme. And plus, I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers. He chucks it down to his running backs. Running backs are going to get involved in that scheme.
Yeah.
That's Aaron Rodgers' MO. Chuck it down to the running backs, chuck it to Devonta Adams, or chuck it out of bounds. I mean, that's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, so, take like 10 to 15 seconds for a play and then just throw it out of bounds.
Dude, like people, I remember when people got really mad. You know Brady, when he was in New England, that signature move where if he knew he wasn't going to, he would just throw it at the running back's feet.
Yes, that pisses me off so much. Happened so much in that 2015 AFC Championship game. I'm like, come on!
You just toss it. Yeah, I like how James White made a joke one time. James was like, "Yeah, my ankles are so bruised because Brady just throws it at my feet every time." Oh man, I just thought about that. I said Brady did it one time. I swear just to piss off somebody, because it was like first down and he immediately did it. Didn't even read the field. He just chucked it at James White. Hilarious. I love it. Kenyon Drake didn't get tagged. Did anyone expect him to?
No, I sure didn't. Why would you tag Kenyon Drake? Why would you tag a running back in general, but especially Kenyon Drake?
Anyway,
not even a top
some
15,
other
maybe 20. Not even top 20, maybe running back.
20 back. I mean, it's like, ugh. Some other names. Chris Carson didn't get tagged. Sorry, Churs Carson. Churs.
Nice spelling. Yeah, I just noticed that.
Nice
Churs. Good job.
That's the brain of a university student. Churs. Will Fuller didn't get tagged.
Well, you also misspelled Corey Linsley, but I fixed it for you.
Really?
You had originally spelled it Corey Linsley.
Linsley. That's better. No, that's better. I'll stand by that. Juju. I honestly didn't. I know Juju wants to stay with the Steelers, but
there's no reason for the Steelers to keep him around. Honestly.
Here's the thing about Juju. I think he's a great wide receiver too. I just don't think he has enough ability to be the number one.
And with
in the NFL.
And with Pittsburgh's track record of drafting receivers, there's no reason to keep him around.
Especially when they have a receiver who looks like a real number one in Claypool.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. So he may sign like a cheap deal to come back to Pittsburgh. I don't know. I think he would be better off going to go get some money. I don't really know any team that would pay big money for Juju though. Unless they think he could really be a number one.
Yeah.
Maybe Tennessee.
Maybe
they think he could be like a
maybe Indianapolis. They need wide receiver help.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those. I honestly think he could go to like 10 to 12 different NFL teams. I really don't know if I could pinpoint where Juju's going. Will Fuller, he's suspended the first 6 games. He's probably not going to get signed for a while.
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith does not get respect. I love Jonnu Smith's game. He's a very 2020 tight end in the fact that he don't block at all. He has no business blocking. He could probably barely block a safety. He's literally just there to catch the ball, and he has great hands. So interesting. It'll be interesting to really see what the NFL values these receiving tight ends at. What Jonnu Smith gets.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts has wide receiver. Jonnu Smith can't play wide receiver. He's not fast enough to really play wide receiver.
True.
He's a fast tight end, but he doesn't have that. Kyle Pitts legitimately could be wide receiver 1 in this class. He was a pure wide receiver.
If this was a normal wide receiver class, yes.
Like you could legitimately argue he'd be wide receiver 1 in last year's class. Even if now we didn't know Justin Jefferson was deciding to be Justin Jefferson just decided to wake up and feel goddamn insane. I don't know. I really like Pitts' game. Pitts may not even play tight end in the NFL.
If a team does not play Pitts at tight end, I'm going to be extremely frustrated with that team. You literally have a matchup nightmare, and you're just going to play him at wide receiver instead of tight end.
I just want to see him on the 49ers, man. I still think him and the 49ers is the best fit. You have Kittle, and then Pitts. You could just imagine that 2 tight end set.
Oh,
you got Pitts,
and
you got Kittle.
You got Pitts, Kittle, Debo, and Ayuk. Jeez.
And you have like 5 running backs that run like a sub 4.
Yeah, you have Coleman, Breida, Mostert.
Breida.
Don't they still have Breida?
In Miami. He's in Miami.
You
traded him before the season.
Oh. That just shows you how up to date I am on the 49ers roster. How much I didn't pay attention to them even though they're the hometown team.
Trent Williams, that's really not surprising. He'll probably return to the 49ers though. I don't think that's going to be that big a deal. And Corey Linsley.
I've seen a lot of Packers fans mad about this one that Corey Linsley didn't get the tag.
Yeah, he had a huge jump this year. Now, granted, you play next to Elkin Jenkins, you're gonna look better. But Pretty good center. I don't think I would pay him the big bucks personally, especially with Green Bay's track record of drafting offensive linemen. It
True.
kind of seems pointless. Hey, you do what you do. I don't think Lindsey's worth big center money. That's just me. I think I kind of compare him to Matt Paradis.
What is center money right now? Let me take a look.
9 mil, I think. 9 a year is like upper echelon.
Average a year. Ryan Kelly gets the most at 12.5.
Yeah, so anywhere from 9 to 12.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay him that personally. But.
Matt Paradis, Connor McGovern, Alex Mack, all at 9 mil.
That's where I think you're going to see David Andrews. I don't think he's better than David Andrews.
Corey Linsley currently making, well, his last deal was $8.5 million a year.
Yeah, so if they can get him for that's probably decent. But
he'll probably want around 10 to 11.
11. Yeah. And Malcolm Butler got cut from the Titans. Interesting. I don't know where he's going to go because New England does not need corners, so I don't think it'll be a New England return. He's probably still mad at Belichick. Who can blame him? Maybe a team like Philadelphia that needs cornerback help. Maybe Detroit. Although, yeah, he probably hates Patricia. Everyone hates Patricia. Oh, Patricia's
He's not there. It's Dan Campbell.
That's Dan. That's really why I forgot Patricia returned to New England. Yeah, he really wouldn't.
He does. Yeah.
Really wouldn't. I don't know, man. Butler, he's a decent outside corner. I mean, it's okay. He's not elite. He was elite for one season. That was it. He just kind of.
I can honestly see Denver making a move at him for like really cheap as like a second wave free agency signing because it doesn't seem like they'll be in the first wave, but they're gonna go for second wave guys.
He'd fit y'all's team, that's for sure. I don't think it would be. I wouldn't be stoked about it, but
yeah, neither would I.
Okay,
as long as he actually plays, unlike most of our corners last year, then I guess it'll be an upgrade.
Sure. Dak. This was the big talking point before today. All hell broke loose. Dak got $40 million a year. 40 million.
4 years, $160 million, 126 guaranteed, and a no trade clause and a no tag clause.
So they can't tag him again either, huh?
Nope.
Ooh. That is, ouch. So that makes him what, the second or third highest paid quarterback in the NFL?
I believe the second.
Oof.
Yes, the second. Just barely ahead of Deshaun Watson in terms of average a year, $1 million ahead of him, but 5 behind Mahomes. He does have the most total guaranteed money, and most total guaranteed per year.
Damn, that hurts. I like Dak. I think he was playing like finally playing like a top 10 quarterback last season until he got hurt. But we need to see it again.
Yeah.
And he's coming off a severe ankle injury. It's worrying, man. I don't know if it was worth it. I personally think if I'm Dallas, I would have taken a chance on one more tag, even if maybe you lose him in free agency. I don't know, man. I like Dak, but I don't know if he's 100.
Cowboys,
guaranteed.
You better go in on offensive line in this year's draft. Sign yourself some defensive pieces in free agency, and draft offensive line in the draft. Offensive line and defense. That's what you need to do in the draft. I swear, if you draft another wide receiver, or if Kyle Pitts falls to you and you draft Kyle Pitts, it's not going to help you. As much as I love Kyle Pitts, that's not going to help you, Dallas. Come on now.
No, and I think someone said like they're paying like 47 or 48% of their salary cap is going to Amari Cooper, him, and Zeke.
Yep. That's
if
not
you add
surprising.
DeMarcus Lawrence, if you add DeMarcus Lawrence, it's almost 55 or 56%.
Yeah, that's insane. That's terrible camp management. Paying a running back in general, but still having that many, that little amount of players making up that much of your cap is Oof.
especially when you can only make an argument from one really being a top 10, non-debated top 10. I mean, you can debate Amari Cooper being a top 10 receiver. I wouldn't agree with you. You can debate Zeke being a top 10 running back. I don't think he is anymore.
No.
You could debate Dak being a top 10 quarterback. He was for 4 games. DeMarcus Lawrence is a top 10 edge rusher. I agree, but ugh.
And
just not high on the
Zeke is
contract.
still signed until 2026. They do
And
not
you have a better running
the
back. behind
the
him.
Cowboys do not have an out of his contract until 2023.
2023.
Yep. Oof.
Dude, I don't get it, man.
And with Cooper,
Contract
he's
is
around
bad.
till 2024, and they have an out in 2022.
Next season. That's not bad. They're gonna need to exercise that if they want to compete. Amari Cooper is gonna have to be the man that gets out of that contract.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not high on that deal. I don't think many people are, and people who are, I don't know what to tell you. Let's talk about some cuts. Alex Smith got cut. That was to be expected. He wants to keep playing. Washington wants him to retire. So they met in the middle. They cut him. That simple.
Yeah.
I
Giants
don't know
cut
where he's
Golden
gonna go,
Tate.
man. Because I don't know. He proved he can start in the NFL still. It's just you're not gonna get elite play anymore. You're not even really gonna get good play. You're gonna get average play.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're saying elite play with Alex Smith. You might want to slow down there, bud.
You're not gonna get much out of him. You're gonna get
Serviceable.
20 touchdowns, 9 picks. You're gonna get 3,200 yards.
You're
That's
gonna,
what you're gonna
you're
get.
gonna get 9 and you're gonna get, well, I guess now since we're going to 17 games, probably gonna get like
Still hate
8
that.
9 worthy. I hate it as well. Just keep it at 16. Come on. Yeah, probably like you're probably gonna hover around 8 and 9 with
Yeah.
Alex Smith.
So I think with Alex Smith, the best fits for him, personally, if there even is any, maybe a Jacksonville. He'd be a backup in Jacksonville, but maybe a Jacksonville for a mentorship. Chicago. I feel so bad for the Bears if they get Alex Smith. Maybe a
Miami,
Miami for a backup job.
or as a replacement for
Maybe.
Tua if they want to run that thing what they did with Ryan Fitzpatrick last year again.
You can't do that though. I mean you got to either let Tua sink or swim. You know, you can't baby. I'm not huge on babying quarterbacks. Either either he sinks or he swims.
Yep, I fully agree.
If he sinks, yeah, check him out. And if he swims, hey, great, you got your quarterback.
I fully agree.
Unless you're like Locke and you just have Golden Tate got cut and expected. Saw a rumor that apparently he likes Los Angeles weather, so Chargers, Rams, who knows?
I can see him going to the Chargers. They'd be a better fit there than the Rams.
And they could use a third wide receiver for Herbert. They have Allen and Guyton, but they do definitely need a third guy. So
And they have Williams, Mike Williams.
why do I always forget about Mike Williams?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of Allen and Mike Williams.
Why did I think of Jalen Guyton before Mike Williams?
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Who knows? That was concerning. The Saints cut both their tight ends for Jared Cook, Josh Hill. Saints always seem to just sign some random veteran tight end and he goes for like 600 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's just kind of what they do. So they'll find another veteran tight end on the market. Rudolph. He's kind of screwed him over twice.
True.
Might as well go to him now. Man, I remember that push off that he had, and the Saints fans were crying about it for months. Glorious. I loved it,
You just love when Saints fans cry, in general.
dude. It's one of the most like satisfying feelings in the world. Who doesn't love that?
Now you know how I felt every time the Broncos is beating the Patriots when it was Peyton Manning.
Oh boy, God. See, that's the thing. Like Peyton, like New England fans hate Peyton just for existing. honestly. I mean, he didn't do anything to New England. He beat him a couple times, but that's really not why New England we just hate him just because he exists, man. To be honest, like
I
we
mean, yeah,
just
you
don't
guys,
like
you
him.
guys owned Peyton in the regular season, but in the playoffs, Manning had the winning record.
Was it like 3-2?
Yeah,
I think
something like
it
that.
was three. Yeah,
Three or
Yeah.
4-2.
He dipped before Brady could beat him again. It's okay. We understand. You know, it's okay. Not everyone can play 900 years. It's understandable. I don't hate Peyton nearly as much as other Patriots fans.
As much as I'd hate Brady being in the NFL for that long, I'd still love to see Archie Manning play Tom Brady in his first NFL career start.
Dude,
Not Archie,
wouldn't
Arch
Brady be
Manning.
like? Wouldn't Brady be like 48?
Yeah, he'd be almost 50. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's possible, but every time we say Brady's going to regress, he gets better. So
I wouldn't say better.
I mean, think about it. He had his best season since he turned 40 this year, 43. Thing. Saying he got better. You can say it was because of the weapons, but this season he was just insane. Second half.
Okay.
Thomas Davis retired. That sucks. Oof. Retired. Bad days. Didn't he tear his ACL like 3 times?
Yeah.
4 times?
Yeah, he tore his ACL a lot, but he always came back from it. Georgia legend Thomas Davis.
Playing in Georgia in like what 2005.
Before I even ever thought of watching college football.
Ask him if he knows who Herschel Walker is. Ask him if he knows Herschel. Hey, did you ever play with Herschel Walker?
That's just disrespectful.
That'd be it. I know. Bills extend Micah Hyde. Okay, I mean Micah Hyde's cool. He's one of those weird players where he's not elite, but he's just seems to be constantly above average every single year.
He's very consistent.
Despite him really not, he's not supposed to be as good as he is. He's really not.
That's just disrespectful.
Seriously, no, like I mean, you look at him and you look at it like you look at his frame and you think, oh, it's a nice slot corner, and he's just roaming at free safety. He's annoying because he always plays well against New England. That's like his best. He plays his best versus New England for absolutely no reason.
That's the best
Like
time
he just
to
shows
play
up
your
to
best.
New England like he just shows up to New England. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna turn into Ed Reed for this game, and just fly everywhere. It's annoying. I hate Micah Hyde because he's so good, just against New England. Like you watch him play Denver and he's like standing there doing nothing. Then you watch him play New England and he's freaking covering the right side.
I think Drew
post,
Lock
and
made
all of a
sure
sudden he's on the
to
slant.
have Micah Hyde play very well against him in Denver.
Annoying, man. Micah Hyde just annoys me. The Bills annoy me.
He does not go into hiding against New England.
Anyway, two veteran guards are on the move: Andrew Norwell and Kevin Zeitler. Both are pretty decent. I really do like Zeitler. I don't understand why the Giants want to move on from Zeitler because they don't really have a great guard opposite Will Hernandez. So I don't understand why they want to move on from. Hey, whatever.
I mean, they were starting to guard at right tackle, so maybe they're thinking they can move that guy back into right into guard, and have Andrew Thomas and Matthew Pert start a tackle.
I mean, Andrew Thomas, he was good until that Cardinals game, and then for some reason, Hassan Reddick, all Hassan Reddick was doing was doing a very simple swim move, and literally Thomas just couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
It was stupid. He would literally just stand there, and then Hassan Reddick would just.
At the beginning of the season, Andrew Thomas was not good. He improved towards the end, but he had that thing with Hassan Reddick, which didn't help his case. But he's not going anywhere.
It's going to make Hassan Reddick a very rich man. So let's just say that. Because Hassan Reddick, through the first 3.5 seasons, was a pretty below-average chess piece for the Cardinals. And then he had that 5-sack game against, and all of a sudden he's probably going to get like 8, 9, 10 million a year. So Hassan Reddick really owes Andrew Thomas half that check. I'm just saying, dude. Just saying. Okay, we can stop talking about the NFL for a little bit. Thank God. Talking about college. No,
Justin Simmons is also franchise tagged. Just trying to move on from the Broncos stuff I see.
Yay. I think you actually predicted that, didn't you?
Yeah.
In your offseason. Nice. So you're 1 for 1. I'm 0 for 1. You hate to see it.
Well, I didn't. I predicted that he'd probably be tagged and then signed, but so because I signed him to a long-term deal, which will probably happen, based on how badly it seems both sides want to get a deal done.
So Azeez Ojulari, you sent me that. It was comparing him to Chason.
Yeah, K'Lavon Chason. Yep. I still have the graphic.
He completely destroyed Chason.
So in their final seasons, snaps played, Azeez Ojulari 375, Chason 745. Pass rush snaps, Ojulari 193, K'Lavon Chason 370. Tackles for a loss, Ojulari with 12.5, Chason with 13.5. Sacks, Ojulari with 9.5, Chason 6.5. Forced fumbles, Ojulari with 4, Chason with 1. QB hits, Ojulari with 8, Chason with 7. Pass rush win rate, Ojulari 24.6, Chason 13.1. Run stop win rate, wow. Ojulari 10.3, Chason 6.9. So if Ojulari does not get picked inside the top 20, then it's criminal. I'm just saying. He's a top 20 pick.
Oh, unrelated. Carl Lawson did not get tagged by the Bengals.
Yes.
He's headed to free agency. Interesting. I like Carl Lawson. He's extremely underrated.
Yeah, I saw some Cincinnati fans that are mad about that one too.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, he's their best edge rusher by far, and Sam Hubbard is pretty bad. Zach Wilson, yeah, literally every time I see a Zach Wilson stat,
you're welcome.
At this point, it's just goddamn insane. Honestly, I'm this close to having Zach Wilson over Trevor Lawrence. Like, it's close.
Join the club. Join the club. He's already at 1 for me.
Can't do it, but it's close.
Yeah.
Every time I watch, I guarantee you, if I watch Zach Wilson's tape one more time, I'd probably be there.
Yeah, he was 20 of 27 on throws that traveled 30 plus yards in the air in 2020, best in the entire country. He was the only quarterback with a 0% turnover rate when under pressure in 2020. It was funny because one of the defensive players from Coastal Carolina said, "Man, I shouldn't have dropped that pick." In response to that tweet. And he is the only draft eligible quarterback with 100 plus career red zone attempts and 0 interceptions in the red zone.
You're starting to see that a lot in the NFL, in the Lamar Jacksons and Josh Allen and Deshaun Watson. I don't think none of those 3 quarterbacks have ever thrown a pick in the red zone. A little tidbit. So you're seeing that a lot out of the top tier quarterbacks is efficiency in the red zone. That's another point to Wilson. Yeah, Wilson, man, I still can't get over how his technical worst game was that Coastal Carolina game. His tape was still amazing from that game.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite throw, actually, from his
yes
last season was from that Coastal.
Where he was rolling out to his right, threw back across his body on an absolute dime into, like, triple coverage and, like, absolutely perfect where it needed to be.
I was watching his tape. And I stopped the tape right there, and it was the last game of tape I was watching. It was like my 4th or 5th game of tape, and I turned it off the tape because I knew right then and there, I knew everything I knew. That throw by itself was the best throw, I think, from last year. I mean, it was the best throw.
I think it was the best throw in this class, just total. The best throw made by any quarterback in this class.
Oh man, it was dumb. It shouldn't have happened. It pissed me off, but I loved it. Yeah, people saying like, "Oh, Zach Wilson didn't play anybody." Who cares? Okay, I think freaking Lamar Jackson played for Louisville. Think he played anybody good?
Yeah.
No. Patrick Mahomes played for Texas Tech. You think Texas Tech played anybody good?
Scout the helmet.
No.
Scout the player, not the helmet. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying, man. Especially with people in fields. Oh, when's the last time Ohio State quarterback was good in the NFL? Shut up, okay?
That has nothing to do with.
Where you... But before Wentz, who was the last time a North Dakota State quarterback was good in the NFL?
Never.
Exactly. Shit up. Don't care where the quarterback comes from. If he's got his tape, he's good.
Yes.
This one came from the Georgia Pro Day, and this was kind of a shock to I think everybody, people following the draft. Eric Stokes. Now, when you think of corners from Georgia this year, Stokes isn't the first name. People really like Tyson Campbell, and if you would have,
I have Stokes
kind of
over. I had Stokes over Campbell.
I mean, okay, but shut up. The majority of people, okay, you're an outlier, okay, you're weird, so outlier. but I mean, Tyson Campbell's the one that gets all the attention. If you would have told me which one was going to run a 4.25, I wouldn't have said Stokes. 4.25, 40-yard dash for Eric Stokes. Insane. He's already 185, 190. So he doesn't need to put on much more pounds. Give or take probably 5 to 10 more pounds.
Yeah, he's 185 at 6'1".
Exactly. Give him 10 more pounds. He'll be NFL ready. So I guarantee you his draft stock probably went from what? Late day 2, early day 3 to late first.
Late first, early second.
You could even argue like late 20s, depending on team need.
Dude's only 21 too.
Yep.
He won't be 22 until March of next season. March of next year.
So I'm just saying, man, that Eric Stokes, he's flying upwards.
Oh yeah.
And I think the official time was 4.28. They took 0.3 off. Who cares? He ran a sub 4.3. That's impressive in its own. So.
And at corner, that's a position where 40 time is actually kind of valuable to know.
Yeah. I think what was his 3 cone? Did we write it down?
I don't know. Let me look. You keep talking, I'll look it up.
Also, next question. Where are we at time wise?
52 minutes.
Okay, so we can talk about this real quick. So quarterbacks in this class. Talked about it a lot. Let's talk about it again. In your opinion, who is the riskiest, highest upside, lowest of the low floors in this class?
Oh, we're doing that, not like who we think is like the riskiest overall quarterback.
So, I mean, that's kind of like who the riskiest overall quarterback. I think we all kind of know the answer to that. But I'm just saying, like, who do you think has the biggest boom or bust potential? I guess we'll reword the question.
Just based on pure value, of boom or bust, where they're projected to go, I'd probably say Kellen Mond. But in terms of pure physical traits, it's got to be Trey Lance.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the statement of the original question, I would say Mac Jones.
See, that's my thing with Mac Jones is Mac Jones has some good potential to be a good quarterback in the NFL. I think his ceiling or his best pro comp is Derek Carr. Slightly above average quarterback. Can win you some games. Going to make some boneheaded interceptions. Doesn't have the most elite arm. Questionable third down conversions. Derek Carr. So, and me personally, I think the quarterback that has the highest potential that is also got a really low ceiling it has to be Mond. Like, I agree with Mond. Who was it? Sims?
Yeah, Chris Sims.
Charles Sims. Chris Sims. Dude, stop putting him over Justin Fields or whoever you put him over. Stop it.
He was quarterback 3. It was Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, and then Kellen Mond, I believe.
He's over Trevor Lawrence. Like, dude, stop. Okay, stop it. Let's just stop. I like Kellen Mond's tape, but there's a lot of worrisome things about his tape. And another thing that's worrisome is he doesn't run in big games. Most mobile quarterbacks, they run the bigger the game. He's the opposite. He doesn't run in big games. He just stands in the pocket and gets obliterated. I don't understand it.
Also, I do not
didn't get it.
I do not believe Stokes ran a 3-cone. I cannot find it.
Damn. I'm a sucker for 3-cone. Absolutely no reason. I just am.
It's extremely valuable, I would say, for running backs. I'd say running backs 3-cone is very valuable. Same with like linebackers and DBs. For linemen, you really want to look at that. You want to look at the vert jump, the broad jump, and then the shuttle, because that just shows how you want to. With linemen, you want to look at how explosive their legs are. Bench press is overrated for basically almost everything. With linemen, you want to look at the stuff that has to do with their explosiveness of their legs.
Right. Yeah. All right. I mean, that was pretty much it. We would have done a top 10, but
We're
we got
55
swarmed
minutes in.
Nah, it would take us like another half hour to discuss top 10s.
Yeah, and we both have other things to do.
Like sleep. That's what I want to do. Is sleep. But anyway,
I got to plan a vacation,
so that's it for this week. We went over a lot. That was a diarrhea of the mouth. Sorry if you had to listen to that, but it was necessary to get out. So we'll see. Next week, I'm thinking maybe we'll do a top 10, maybe at 1 or 2 positions, depending on how slow the week was.
Yeah.
News wise. When does the legal tampering period begin? I think it's Monday.
It's soon.
Monday. So if we record Monday, Tuesday, we'll be able to talk about some of the news, give or take. So tune in next week, and we'll see you next week on the Bellatex Bitches podcast. See ya.
It says, wait, this is 2020. 2021. March 15th. So Monday of next week, yeah.